Let's see if Cxbxr Xbox Emulator works on our Android device. Tap on start. Yo, what's up guys, it's Cxbx here. Today we'll be trying out one of the most popular Xbox emulators, which is Cxbx Reloaded on our Android devices. Now how this will actually work is we'll be using an compatibility layer to run the PC version of Cxbx Emulator on our Android devices with the help of Box64 Droid. Now Box64 Droid is an completely open source project which lets you emulate PC files on Android. Here you can read the system requirements of the newest updated version of Box64 Droid, Adreno 610 GPU or above, so Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 processor or above, along with Android 12 or above for non-rooted devices, Android 10 or above for rooted devices. Now one thing you need to know is with Box64 Droid, if you want better performance, you need to have an rooted device. Also you need an 64-bit Android device. Now Box64 Droid, as I mentioned before, is completely open source. I'll put a video on the iCard above where I showed you guys Box64 Droid setup and gameplay. To start up the newest version of Box64 Droid, the command has also changed. It's box64-start. After entering, you will get lot of options. Now the first thing which you need to know is we'll be using the Proton version of Wine. So right here, the 4 number Proton build, you need to use it if you also want to emulate or run files on Box64 Droid. There are also turnip drivers for Adreno 610 GPU or 7 series GPU. That's pretty cool. We have terminal mode, Wine Tricks GUI, etc. But we have to go inside Box64 Droid. We'll type 1, then click on enter. Now in the latest version of Box64 Droid, you also get to choose the resolution from the commands itself, which is pretty easy. Using Box64 Droid has never been this easier. We'll use 720p resolution and Wine will start now. So all we have to do is just open Termux X11 and wait for a few seconds. Once our Box64 Droid has launched, all you have to do is open the Cxbx emulator. You will first of all have to add Cxbx emulator on your Android device, then only you can open it. Right here, as you can see, Cxbx Reloaded release, latest release by the way. So let's just go ahead and open it and try testing this emulator out. So this will be the first time when I'll actually try out this emulator. So it will be interesting to see if it works, and there we go, the emulator has successfully started. Using Box64 Droid has been super easy nowadays. You also need input bridge, but we won't be talking about that in today's video as I have previously mentioned it in my Box64 Droid gameplay video. But there we go, Cxbx Reloaded latest build running on our Android device. The first thing we'll need to do is set it up, for example by going into setting configuration video, where we'll get a display adapter. It will be the Turnip Adreno driver 660. That's the GPU of my Android device. So the device which I am using in today's video has Snapdragon 888 processor and 8GB of RAM, I guess. We also have Direct 3D device. We'll keep it hardware accelerated. We have the display resolution. As I have set the display resolution now to 800 by 600, which is best supported for Box64 Droid and Termux X11. Anyways, render resolution is native. Also, we'll need to enable use exclusive full screen mode option. Then click on accept. Also make sure to tick ignore invalid XBE signature. Now all we have to do is click on file, click on open XBE, and we have to select our game. So just open the folder where you store your Xbox games. Default.xbe, we'll select this. Now we'll scroll to the open button and then click on it. And there we go, we have the Halo logo. But now we'll need to configure the controls. For that we'll go to settings. Let's go to config input, and now I'll just go ahead and open the input bridge. Alright, let's go back to Box64 Droid. Just go to the start section and enable input bridge. Okay, now we have the settings icon as you can see at the top right corner. So input bridge has been successfully initialized. We can tap on it and we'll get this on-screen touch controls. Select a gamepad, go to configuration, we have the buttons. You can directly tap on default bindings and then save as well if you don't want to configure everything. After you save your input, all you have to do is open file now. Let's reopen our game, default.xbe, okay. Now all you have to do is tap on emulation, and here is the moment of truth. Let's see if Cxbxr Xbox Emulator works on our Android device. Tap on start. Okay, oh no, unfortunately, what is this? Cxbx Reloaded failed to create the new emulation process. Create process failed because there is no reason why the process failed. It's just empty. Let's tap on OK. And I guess the emulator has frozen. Let's close it, reopen, and we'll try out a different game now. Let's go to file, open XBE, and we want to try out Mortal Kombat. So we'll go up, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, default.xbe. There we go, Mortal Kombat. Now we'll go to emulation and tap on start to see if it actually works or not. No guys, unfortunately it says failed to create the emulation process, create process failed because empty. So I don't know why we are getting this error. There shouldn't be any error, but we are indeed getting this error. So I guess Cxbx Reloaded cannot be ran on Box64 Droid. By the way, we also have our Cxbxr Emulator. If this video reaches, let's say 250 likes, I'll test it out on Box64 Droid. If Cxbx doesn't work, we also have Xemu, which obviously works. It should be fine with Xbox emulation. So all we have to do is tap here, tap on it, and there is also a brand new update of Xemu available, but we won't be trying it out today. We also have the FPS bar right here. So Xemu works. Unfortunately, Cxbx doesn't. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.